about all the animals and plants in the sea. But before we get started, repeat after me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hail, hail, we're AquaTots. Hail, hail, we're AquaTots. Hail, hail, we're AquaTots. Hail, hail, we're AquaTots.
Welcome back, friends, for a jawsome adventure about sharks today. I'm so glad you could join us as we explore shark senses and what makes a shark a shark. Sharks have all sorts of characteristics that make them unique, just like you and I. Now, they have a pretty special sense for balance and hearing. Let's put our hearing and balance to the test as we play around a freeze dance. Everyone go ahead and stand on up.
Hi there, friends. It's Tom back here with my good friend Rocky the Penguin. Everybody say, hey, Rocky! And it's time for freeze dance. The rules are simple. When you hear music, you dance. When you don't hear music, you stop. Then when you hear the music, you start up again. Rocky, do you have it? You got it? Good to go? Let's go, guys. Just do what Rocky does. Here we go. Oh, penguins, oh, the show can fly, they can fly super deep. When they want to walk around up on the ground and they want to winter penguin tea. Oh, we're gonna waddle like a penguin, like a penguin, like a penguin. I want to see you waddle like a penguin, like a penguin. Here we go. Oh, waddle. Waddle, 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 like a penguin. Oh, waddle, 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 like a penguin. That was really good. Remember, when you hear the music stop, you freeze. All penguins don't live with Santa Claus. They don't need that snow and ice. In fact, our penguins are from Africa, and we think they're pretty nice. Oh, waddle. Waddle, 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 like a penguin. Oh, waddle, 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 waddle. Waddle, 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 like a penguin. Everybody waddle. Let me see you waddle, Rocky. Oh, waddle, 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 like a penguin. Oh, waddle, 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 waddle. Waddle like a penguin. Awesome job, everybody! Woo!
I love dancing to music. When you dance, you balance. When sharks swim, they balance. Now, let's head over to the lab to check in with Miss Lauren to learn all about the parts of a shark today.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren. I'm an instructor here at the Florida Aquarium, and today we are going to do a shark dissection. So there's no need to worry, this is a stuffed shark. We did not pull him from the ocean, but we are going to be able to see everything, all the body parts that are on our real sharks, so you'll learn a little bit more about them, all right? So one of the first things we can see on the outside of our shark is all of these fins that he uses, and they all have different names and different things that they help the shark to do. So the first ones that we can see are these two fins right here, and these are fins that are called dorsal fins. And dorsal fins help the shark with balance. That's how he balances in the water so he doesn't tip over. Next, we have fins on the side. We have two of those fins also. Those are called pectoral fins. And pectoral fins help the shark to steer in the water. It's like turning a wheel on a car. It's going to help him to turn left and right. And then the last fin that we have on the outside of our shark is this back fin. A lot of people call this the tail fin. This is where his tail is, but if you want to make it sound really sciencey, you can call this the caudal fin. And our caudal fin is going to help the shark to move through the water. That's where his power comes from and pushes him forward when he's swimming. Some other things that we can see on our shark are these slits right on the side over here. These black slits, there's 5 of them on each side of our shark. Those are the gills, and that is what is going to help our shark breathe underwater. He is going to take the water into his mouth and then push it out of his gills so he collects all the oxygen that he needs to breathe from swimming in the water. On the front of our shark, we can see our shark has teeth, right? Sharks are really well known for their teeth, and a shark's teeth are really important. Each shark has a different shaped tooth, and that's going to help them catch the kind of food that they need to eat. And the cool thing about shark's teeth is that they have many sets of those teeth. So we, as people, we get 2 sets of teeth. We have our baby teeth, and then when those fall out and the tooth fairy visits us, we get our adult teeth, right? But sharks have way more sets of teeth than us. They're never gonna run out. So they get lots of visits from the shark tooth fairy, right? So underneath our shark, we're going to go ahead and see what kind of things he has inside of his body that help him to live a life underwater, okay? So one of the first things that we're going to pull out is this big gray part. This big gray part has a very special name. It is called a liver. And a liver is something that we as people also have inside of us. It helps us to get rid of bad things that are in our body. So a shark's liver is really important for keeping them healthy and filtering out all the bad things, but it also helps them to float in the water. If they didn't have this liver inside of them, they would sink all the way to the bottom of the ocean floor and they wouldn't be able to swim. So this big giant liver is super important for helping sharks to swim. We also have a little tiny red piece inside of our shark. This is the shark's heart. So we have hearts inside of us, right? Those are really important for us. And the heart inside of the shark does the same exact thing that ours does. It pushes blood through the body to make sure that our shark stays nice and healthy. The cool thing about a shark's heart though is that for a shark about this size, if he was real in the wild, it would be like this big. Their hearts are super teeny tiny because they're right up near their head, so they don't have to be really big to push the blood through. And the last thing that we have inside of our shark is this brown piece. This is going to be our stomach. And we all have stomachs inside of us, right? Because when we eat, the food goes to our stomach so we can digest and turn that into energy so we can run around, right? The shark stomach does the same thing, but they're going to be eating things that are very different than what we eat. So when you think of sharks, you probably think they eat fish, and that is definitely true for a lot of sharks. But for this shark, we have a lobster. Some sharks eat lobsters, especially if their mouth is on the bottom and they spend a lot of time in the sand. They'll find animals that live on the bottom of the ocean. This shark also has a stingray, so he was eating some stingrays that he found on the bottom too. So sharks can eat lots of different things: fish, lobsters, crabs, stingrays, all sorts of stuff, just depending on the type of shark that you have. So that is pretty much it for our shark dissection. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about what is inside of our sharks. Have an awesome day.
Now, Miss Lauren mentioned that sharks have lots of teeth, and they do. Mr. Tom is back with a song about sharks, and we'll need a little bit of help with the words. So stand up and get ready to dance and sing.
Hi guys, this is Tom, and I'm here to sing you a song about sharks, and I need your help. When I say sharks have teeth, I want you to say nice and loud, chomp. All right, so shark, let's try it. Sharks have teeth, chomp. Perfect. All right, listen to it, you'll get it right away. This is Sharks Have Teeth. Well, sharks have teeth, chomp, like lots and lots of teeth. Chomp, sharks have teeth. Chomp, rows and rows of teeth. Chomp, now they'll eat fish. They might eat seals, but they won't eat you and me. Oh, sharks have teeth. Chomp, lots and lots of teeth. Chomp, now some teeth are good for tearing, while others grab and hold. They'll hunt in shallow waters or in the deep and cold. Sharks have a reputation that really isn't earned. They won't eat us on purpose, so there's no need to be concerned. Here we go. Sharks have teeth. Chomp, lots and lots of teeth. Chomp, sharks have teeth. Chomp, rows and rows of teeth. Chomp, now they'll eat fish. They might eat seals, but they won't eat you and me. Oh, sharks have teeth. Chomp, lots and lots of teeth. Chomp, now the movies like to tell us that sharks are munch machines. They're vicious and they're angry. They're dangerous and mean. Nope, sharks are just weird fishes, most less than 6 feet long. So don't freak out when you see that fin. We can all just get along. Come on now, sharks have teeth. Chomp, lots and lots of teeth. Chomp, sharks have teeth. Chomp, rows and rows of teeth. Chomp, now they'll eat fish. They might eat seals, but they won't eat you or me. Oh, sharks have teeth. Chomp, lots and lots of teeth. Chomp, now sharks live in the ocean, in case you didn't know. So you probably should be careful if that's where you wanna go. Cause that's their home when you're swimming. It's where they live and play. But they don't wanna play with you, so if you see one, swim away. Last time, sharks have teeth. Chomp, lots and lots of teeth. Chomp, sharks have teeth. Chomp, rows and rows of teeth. Chomp, now they'll eat fish. They might eat seals, but they won't eat you and me. Nice and loud, sharks have teeth. Chomp, lots and lots of teeth. Chomp, chomp.
Thanks for the great song, Mr. Tom. Now, not all sharks are the same, and each species of shark has unique characteristics. Miss Janelle is ready for a story about a shark friend and his adventure to find out what kind of shark he is.
Hello friends, my name is Janelle. Welcome to Shark Week, and I'm going to tell you a story called Shark Baby by Ann Downer. Here we go. In a world of stripes and shadows where the seahorses played, Shark Baby was rocking in the arms of Mother Ocean, tied fast to a strand of kelp. For a while he could do somersaults in his egg case. That was fun. But now, Shark Baby was too big to turn around. Besides, he wanted to know what was outside in the wide blue ocean. What kind of shark am I? He wondered. But squirm as he might, he could only see the tip of his tail. He asked Mother Ocean, but she would only rock him and say, "Hush, hush." That night, Mother Ocean brewed up a storm, and she rocked that baby a little too hard. Snap! The egg case broke loose, and Shark Baby went tumbling and rolling in the rough, wild current. That current was cold, and that current was strong. It whirled Shark Baby, and it hurled Shark Baby, and it roared in his ears. It bounced off rough coral and dragged him along the sandy bottom. But at last, the wild blue current roared itself out, and Shark Baby's egg case came to rest. All the tumbling and rolling and whirling and twirling had made a tear in the egg case. Now, Shark Baby could see, and he saw spots. "What are you?" asked Shark Baby. "I am a horn shark," said the spotted shark. "What are you?" "I don't know," said Shark Baby. "Maybe I am a horn shark too." But the horn shark just laughed. "Your case is all tattered and torn. My baby has a fine spiral egg case. You are not a horn shark." The current picked up Shark Baby and carried him on to a garden of sea urchins on a rocky reef. He looked out through the gap in his egg case and saw stripes. "What are you?" asked Shark Baby. "I am a pajama shark," said the shark, showing off his stripes. "A pajama shark is a fine thing to be. What are you?" "I'm a pajama shark too," said Shark Baby. "At least, I think I am." But the pajama shark just scoffed. "Your case is all weathered and worn. You can't be a pajama shark, not with an egg case like that," he said, and he sped off chasing a fish over the rocky reef. Maybe I am the only creature like me in the whole wide ocean, thought Shark Baby. The thought made him feel very lonely and small. Then Shark Baby heard a deep voice. "You need to talk to the mermaid," it said. Mama Octopus was looking at Shark Baby from the entrance to her cave. "How can the mermaid help?" asked Shark Baby. "Because you are the mermaid's purse," said the octopus. "She will know what you are and where you belong." "Can you take me to her?" asked Shark Baby. "No, I must care for my babies," said the octopus. And Shark Baby saw her 1,001 children hanging from the ceiling of the cave in pearly strands. See? Shark Baby didn't know what the mermaid was or how to find her, but Mother Ocean picked that baby up in her arms one last time and oh so gently carried him into the moonlight through the shadowy sea and finally set him down in a watery meadow in another ocean. The mermaid, who was really a manatee, was munching on some seagrass. "Are you the mermaid?" Shark Baby asked shyly. "If you are a nearsighted sailor, I am," said the manatee. "I suppose someone told you that I were a mermaid's purse." "Yes," said Shark Baby, "they did." "Look at me," said the manatee, "and tell me if you are big enough to be a pocketbook for a mermaid the size of me." "But where do I belong?" wailed Shark Baby. "I think I know," said the manatee, and she called over a manta ray and told him to take Shark Baby back to the green striped world where the seahorses play. And the ray curled Baby Shark up under his wing and swam with him right back to his own little patch of kelp forest. It wasn't a moment too soon. The tattered egg case split wide open and Shark Baby slipped into the cool water. But a young sea lion was there to greet him with his mouth of big, sharp teeth. Shark Baby puffed himself up until he was twice his size and scared the sea lion away. "Whoa," said a voice. "You look just like the old man pufferfish when you did that." Shark Baby let all the water he'd gulped out and turned into a small shark. "You're kind of tiny. What kind of shark are you?" The new shark puffed himself up until he was twice as big too. "A swell shark, silly, just like you. Want to play?" As they raced off together into the kelp forest, Shark Baby thought, a swell shark is a very swell thing to be. And that's the end. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, friends. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks, Miss Janelle, for that fantastic story. We sure are learning a lot about sharks today. So let's head on over to Miss Andy to make a shark of our very own.
Hi guys, this is Andy. I'm an instructor here at the Florida Aquarium, and today we are talking all about sharks. And we are going to actually make our own shark right at home. Now, one of the best parts about this craft is that this is all stuff you guys probably already have. So we're gonna use mostly recycled materials today, and I'm gonna show you exactly what to do. Let's get started. So you will need some black paper. If you have black construction paper, wonderful. Otherwise, you can just color in some white paper you might have laying around. A glue stick or tape if you have that at home. A white crayon, optional if you guys would like that. Some regular white paper. Any newspaper you guys may have, or other paper that you have laying around the house that you can recycle. And a pair of scissors, okay? Now I have some of my supplies pre-cut already. I have my shark head pre-cut. In order to cut this guy out at home, all you would have to do is take your newspaper, have it folded in half, and cut So if you've ever made snowflakes at home, it's kind of like making snowflakes, where you open it up at the end to get the shape you're looking for. Super easy. Now you have a shark head. Okay. I also have my shark mouth. So in order to cut that, again, if you guys have your black construction paper or you just want to color some things at home, you can fold in half. Cut the corners off on one side and you have your shark mouth. Now I'm going to cut this just a little bit more, have a little bit smaller of a shark mouth. But you can make your shark mouth however you want at home. So you can see I cut it just a little bit more. Kind of looks like bird wings now. Bird wings. And you open it up, there's a big old shark smile. Perfect. And we also need our shark eyes. So that's just gonna be 2 simple circles. If you have that leftover black construction paper, you can use that. And you're just gonna cut out 2 circles. Now our white crayon is gonna be, if you guys would like to use this for teeth, you can either use your crayon and color teeth in yourself. So I'll draw a couple teeth here. And to draw your shark teeth, you are just going to make some upside down triangles. Now sharks have those really sharp teeth. And they have those teeth to help them eat. What kind of things do you guys think sharks eat? Yes, they eat things like fish. They may even eat things like turtles or other sharks, seals, sea lions. But most sharks will eat smaller prey like fish or maybe things that live in the sand like crabs or clams. Usually smaller prey. All right, so if you wanted to make your teeth with a crayon, this is what it will look like. Or if you want to use your scissors and some white paper, you can cut out just some triangles. I'm just gonna cut out a few here so you guys can see what it looks like both with crayons and with some paper teeth. Whatever you choose to do, or both like I'm doing. All right, we'll just give him a couple teeth here. I'm gonna use my glue stick and I'm gonna glue on some of these triangle teeth. Now sharks have a lot of teeth, And something cool with sharks, when they lose a tooth, they grow another one right in its place. What happens when you guys lose teeth? Where do you put it? That's right, you put it under your pillow. And the tooth fairy visits. Now, if the shark put their teeth under their pillow, they would have a lot of visits from the tooth fairy because they have a lot of teeth. And that's what those teeth look like with with white paper. So whatever you guys want to do. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start putting my shark together. And if we forget what it's gonna look like, it should look something like this. Now you guys can see with my mouth, I kind of made him smiling a little bit, but you can also have it this way. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my glue stick. I'm gonna glue down our pre-cut newspaper that's gonna be the head. And I have a piece of blue construction paper. This is supposed to look like the ocean. You guys can use whatever you want. If you wanna use blue paper or whatever paper you have at home. I like blue, so I'm gonna use that blue paper. If you wanna use purple paper or pink paper or red paper, whatever your favorite color is, Again, I'm using that blue so it looks like he's swimming. And you smooth it out. If you have a flat surface, you can smooth it out like on a table. All right, so that's part one. Now we are gonna use the eyes. We're gonna put those eyeballs on one side of their head. So sharks have eyes on each side of their head. And if you notice, our finished shark has just a little bit of white crayon right here. That just makes the eyes look a little more real. So I'm gonna add just a tiny little line to each eye like this with my white crayon. If you don't have a white crayon and you can't do this at home, that's okay. And then I'm gonna glue one eye onto each side. So you wanna glue it a little closer towards the top. This is his nose, their snout. So we wanna put our eyes a little bit closer to the snout. All right, so we have our eyes, we have our head. What are we missing? Teeth, good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and glue down those shark teeth. Now, I did have this mouth pre-made before class. Again, I have this one as well. I think I like this one a little more, so I'm gonna glue this one down. And it kind of looks like an upside down frown before I give him the teeth, which I will add. So it looks like an upside down frown. Now your shark will already have teeth on it. So I'm just gonna add a couple more teeth. I'm gonna use that white crayon. And I'm not gonna add all of his teeth, just a couple. But at home, you guys can add as many teeth as you want. Remember, sharks have a bunch of teeth. But I'm just gonna add a few so we know that he has some. Maybe he needs to go to the dentist. There we go. All right, so here's a couple teeth. That's actually, I'm gonna add just a couple more since we're almost there anyway. Alrighty, so here is my shark. Here was my example shark, pretty good. And if you really wanna add some extra stuff, you could add some fish in the background. You can add some bubbles. I think I'm gonna add some bubbles. You can add some fun words. Whatever you want, you can write your name. I just wanted to add some bubbles. So it looks like my shark is swimming up. There's some bubbles. And that's pretty much it. Again, what I really love about this craft is that it's all stuff you guys probably already have at home, and it's mostly recycled materials. So I love that, especially now that we are in plastic-free July. It's really important that we try to reduce as much plastic as we can. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us, and I hope you had a blast learning about sharks.
I'm so glad you were able to join us today as we were able to explore shark senses and learn a little bit more about sharks. Now next week, we're going to continue to explore the ocean and learn about jellies. Let's stand up one more time and put our balance to the test as we finish up with a round of freeze dance today. Bye, friends.
All right, guys, it is freeze dance time, so everybody up. We love penguins, so short and fabulous. We love penguins, cute and ridiculous. We love penguins, the most unanimous. We love penguins, 'cause penguins rock. Now they swim underwater up to 22 miles an hour. Yeah, they do. Their little penguin flippers provide them with
all agree that penguins rock. Come on, let's go crazy. We love penguins, so short and fabulous. We love penguins, cute and ridiculous. We love penguins, the most unanimous. We love penguins, 'cause penguins rock. Yeah, penguins rock. You know that penguins rock. Yeah, the penguins rock. Good job, everybody. That was fun. See ya.
Well, my friends, that was quite a day. We had a lot of fun along the way. Even though the day is over, we don't say goodbye. We just say see you later till we hang out next time. See you later. See you later. See you later. See you later. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey-o, hey-o, we're AquaTots. Hey-o, hey-o, we're AquaTots. Hey-o, hey-o, we're AquaTots. Hey-o,